So Generation 9 has already come out of the gate swinging. Upon the reveal of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet, we got introduced to our new starter Pokemon, which has fans in the series in a frenzy to guess potential typings and possible designs. So today I, Infamous Trainer, will be showcasing some designs and typings that I personally think these starters could turn into and look like. Now of course, this is a collaboration as I had some help from an amazing artist known as Psyoxmon, which funny enough has assisted me on my own region. And be sure to check out their Instagram, which will have a link in the description down below for you guys. But with that being all said, let's show off these starter evolutions and dive in. Now of course, you have to kick it off with the grass starter being Sprigatito, which is simply a grass cat. Easy as it comes. Now as for the evolution, we didn't want to go too outside the box, but also wanted to show a smoother progression to the final stage. So once this Pokemon evolves, you should have Rosalino. Now this evolution is staying on all fours, but essentially becoming a bigger cat, which is like Litten to Torracat. The main focus of the design of course is the small dagger tail, which will be used in combat. Now you may notice we added some slight variations to green and of course that bright pink, just to add a little more depth to the evolution. Also, I tend to think this Pokemon would be more independent, as in this stage of its evolution it's nowhere near as attention seeking as it was when it was Sprigatito. Then from this stage to the next we have the final evolution, and with the final evolution this Pokemon would be Espalinx, the grass fairy Pokemon, and yes, it's now bipedal. Now before you get your angry fingers all typing, let me say as much as I want this Pokemon to stay on all fours, it's a harder design to sell. Now of course you can add some vines and leaves and stuff like that, and I have seen some great evolutions, but again it's harder to sell for a basic cat Pokemon such as Sprigatito's line. Not to mention, I know some have had some concerns about how this could be our furry bait Pokemon, which I could definitely see. And also some of our favorite starters are bipedal. Charizard, Greninja, Infernape, Scorbunny to Cinderace, and even more. Either way, the story behind this Pokemon is simply being the Iberian Lynx idea, and that this Pokemon is most likely going to be based off of that inspiration, but also pulling some from Puss in Boots, which yes, I know is an Italian fairy tale, but I wanted to incorporate the Puss in Boots that we know and we see on TV or movies a lot. Also, as you can see, we pushed the Rose narrative even more, and now it has a sword-based tail, which I think looks really great. Incorporated the vines in it. It just, yeah, I love this design so much. And again, even though it's on two legs, I think it still looks great. Now we move on to Fuecoco, our lazy fire croc and my personal favorite. And for its evolution, I wanted to play more into those lazy features, and of course, being a croc with this new evolution, we have Fuegon. Simple is the keyword, as we wanted to keep the elements from the pepper, but also have this Pokemon on all fours. I think it would be pretty unique, which is funny coming off of the whole Sprigatito thing, but I believe being a lazy, chunky, and slower based Pokemon, I could see it being on all fours to get around, sort of like a regular crocodile. But of course, that will make more sense in the final evo that you'll see in just a moment. Besides that, we kept the evolution cute, and of course, more grounded. Oh, and added a cute shape to the top of his head. Super easy. Now once we're doing the middle stage, we have to get to the final stage. So the final stage of Fuecoco would be Torferno, which is now a fire dragon Pokemon, and uses influences from peppers, fire, and lastly, matador bulls themselves. Let me say, this is my dream typing for this Pokemon and something I'm hoping Game Freak could do for Fuecoco. As far as the design, I love the black in here. It really breaks up some of that color, not to mention adding that fiery effect definitely kind of shows off its more ferocious side, as I kind of wanted to showcase it's a Pokemon that could be lazy, but also something that you could see attacking you. And I believe they came off really well, shaped up the hair or horns looking things in a certain cool direction, and of course it just looks like a tankier Pokemon. And then there's the fire, just so it looks badass. I really can't express how much I love the Fuecoco entire possibility of like evolutions and typing. I just really hope it gets some great shine because it has the potential to be one of the greatest fire types, and that's come from the guy who loves Infernape. Last but not least, we have Quaxly, our cute duck starter Pokemon. Now the evolution and theming of this one is overall simple, and it's seeming as most have the same idea of what this could possibly turn into by the final stage. That being said, I want to introduce you guys to the first evolution, which is Pyromar. Now this Pokemon is still very tidy and clean, but is also more down to tussle around with its mates, using more variations of turfs and feathers to give more layers to the design, plus the shading of colors on the arms and feet makes it seem like it's wearing clothes when it's not, which I think works really well if you kind of know where this inspiration is going. Overall, I like it, it's cute and sticks a lot to Quaxly's base design and ideas. But of course, where you have a middle stage, you have a final stage. Now we didn't want to go too outside the box, this Pokemon being Pyraptor. Oh, and this Pokemon is a water and fighting type. Now I wanted to add this in to complete the trio of all 3 typings having the fighting typing at some point for the starters, and I believe it would fit really well for a pirate based Pokemon, which I believe the design shows that really well, with the obvious feathers or tufts of fur actually being shaped into a pirate hat, then the wings being in a shape to where it can be ready for combat, and I believe that looks really cool. It also shows off a unique way to letting people know that this Pokemon is ready to throw down with either its enemies or its crewmates. Overall, simple, clean, and ready to go when it comes to a water fighting starter. I really like it, and of course the variations of colors are some of my favorite out of the trio. Now I do want to mention Quaxly isn't my #1 starter choice, but if it does have any parts of this final evolution, I would definitely be excited to use it on my team. And with that being said, you guys have seen all the evolutions that we have created for the starter Pokemon of Generation 9. Overall, I cannot wait to see what the official designs are going to look like. I'm really hoping Game Freak does knock them out of the park, as there's too much potential here to waste. But hopefully you guys did enjoy the designs, and again I have to give a huge shout out to Psyoxmon, which again you can check out with the link in the description down below. They have their entire Pokédex for their own region that you guys can check out for yourselves. Not to mention you guys can check out my personal region, the Neos region, as I'm creating a whole bunch of new Pokemon for, again, my region. Besides that, let me know in the comments down below which design you like the most, and do you think any of our ideas could possibly come to light? Let us know in the comments down below. And if you guys want to see more content like this, make sure you guys do leave a like on the video, share the video out, hit the subscribe button, and I will see you guys all in the next video. Thank you guys all for watching, and bye!